Heyo, sorting helmet here again, and I'm just taking a look at Tanker after I just got done doing one short little run of him. I kind of threw him in a team where, at a glance, I thought he would perform pretty decently. Sure enough, he brings the heat quite, almost quite literally. He doesn't. It's not like he's firing a flamethrower, but no, he hits really hard. Like, you could probably have a whole team of markers and he could just clear off trash encounters like by himself. Is he efficient? Probably not, but is it immensely satisfying? Oh yes. Yes he is. Speaking artistically, I love the design of the little chibi style tank, kind of like the Brigand Pounder, but smaller. It's just, I like it. I don't know why. I love the constant smile on his face, just vibing with his tank, driving down the hallways of the dungeons and stuff like that. I love everything about that. And with all these classes that are, introducing more industrial elements to the game, I don't even think to myself, does this fit within the lore of the darkest dungeon? I don't give a crap, because when you start off with the game, you have a knight in Crusader armor and a highwayman bandit with a fucking flintlock. All sense of realism is thrown out the door with that, in terms of timeline contingency or whatever the heck you want to call it. But anyways, it is about the tanker, not about if he fits in this world. I don't care. I love him. And just his whole... Come on, look at him. He's just smiling away and enjoying himself. How can you not like that? Anyways, 34 health at just base level 1 armor. Really good. One thing I would like to point out, I know it makes sense because it's a tank, but 5% prot, any kind of protection, base prot, it matters more than you think. I'm not a fan of it. Thematically, it makes sense, but I do just want to get my personal grievances aside. I don't think it's a good idea to have it on there. What I would probably do is maybe have it, like, he has a skill that gives him 12% prot and all that stuff, and then maybe give him some trinkets that boost it further. That would be a good way to do it, but having it as base, because when you compare it to vanilla characters, none of them have base prot. It just doesn't feel right, Anyways, going back, he is very slow, but when you use Drive Me Closer, he can get pretty quick. Like, really quick. Like, he was moving before my Beast Hunter, who had 6 speed after buffs and all that stuff. And he has only 1. I don't know if I used this twice. I have to kind of go back and review the footage. I don't edit my videos, so who knows, but I found him going twice a couple times now. Or going first, not twice. Sorry, I'm half asleep. I found him going first at least twice. That was very surprising. So that speed buff is very significant. I want to point that out too. His damage range is really good. Now, onto his skills. I just want to get this out of the way. I just love him. I want to reiterate that. Prodding shot. This is a good skill. It's a standard bonk. Well, not really. It's got minus 80% damage, but it does respectable damage because he has a high base damage already. And love that it marks both the target and himself. So he's setting up for his skill later on, and he's marking himself to draw and fire for himself, and it gives him accuracy. Even though you don't use this to do damage, it's a very stacked skill, and it has a little bit of crit thrown onto there. Very nice. And it has good range, decent. Protected provocation. Ignore riposte. I'll be honest, other outside of like buffing your protection, and I'm not sure how much this scales per level. Let me check actually. Protected provocation. Okay, so it scales by 1. So 6, 7, 8, 9. 6, 7, 8, 9? Or maybe up to 10? This, I guess if it goes up to 10 or 9 per level, this could be really good at the max, but it has a high crit. I haven't really used it yet, but if he had a quote-unquote standard bonk skill, this would probably be it. I'm not sure how I think about this one yet. Like when you compare it to this has like accuracy, mark self, mark target, a little bit higher accuracy, and it hits rank 4, and this only hits up to rank 3. You know, I'll just like run this. I don't know. So I'm not sure what I want to say about this. But probably when he hits resolve 5 to 6, that's when I'll start using this because of the value of protection. Anyways, moving on. I'm gauging him as is at level 1. Drive me closer. 1, I understand this reference. I love the meme. Plus 3 speed is very significant. Minus 30% damage is pretty good. Moves him forward when he gets blown back by a cannon shot and boom. It could be used in rank 4, 3, and 2. This is a very good skill as well. I mean, very good skill. If only for the speed buff alone and to reposition himself. Very good skill. I would say keep this as is. Cannon shot and boom. Both of these together, when I first looked at them, I wasn't sure if they shared the same cooldown, but it turns out they do. That's a good idea. Otherwise, I was going to just start capitalizing on cannon shot and then boom. Speaking of cannon shot, holy crap, that is a stacked skill. 20% damage mod. Reload after 2 rounds, back 1. You could probably go with a back 2. But then again, there's only 4 ranks. Considering I was like thinking in my head, oh, this was a back 4. So wait, that's only a back 3. Sorry, I'm not good with numbers. But 10 accuracy versus marked. 85 base accuracy too, so you don't have to use this against marked, unlike boom, where it can only hit marked targets. But still, that hits really hard. I love the visuals of both boom and cannon shot. And it's a tank, it's meant to hit hard, but holy cow, I love it. Boom tickles me from a pyromaniac point of view. I went nuts praising this in a video I just recorded, where I was like, I'm going to vapor him up with Plague Doctor, I'm going to bring nothing but marks, I'm going to see double-digit entire parties just blown off the face of my screen with one shot of boom. That's what I want. And that's what I want to see. This skill is hilariously fun. The visual is great. It's over the top, and I love it. I'm all for that. This is probably one of my favorite skills I've used in the Modic class in a minute. If only because of my personal... I like explosions in video games. And I love this. Great. Keep it. Is it balanced? I don't know. I actually don't know how to give my opinion of his balance. Because Well, he hits like a truck, but he's not inaccurate either. He's got a good forward one skill. His marking skill is really good. Cannon shot does not have to rely on mark, and it's got some armor armor piercing, accuracy versus mark, and it has a positive damage mod. Really strong. And then this skill I have not tried yet. I'm not sure if this lasts guard all for the entire battle or not. But 12% prot, minus 10 stress, and crit received. Well, for himself, but holy cow. Another stacked skill. And then field repair, heal 3 with regeneration and healing received. Really strong heal, really strong guard. I assume it's for the entire battle. I need to see. Very satisfying boom, or cannon shot and boom. My two favorite skills outside of the obvious, prodding shot and then drive me closer. Drive me closer, I would say weighs out prodding shot a little bit simply because of that speed buff. It's nice. Its camp skills I also briefly looked at. Remove mortality debuff for himself, which is great for a tanking class. Remove stress from a couple people. 3 costs may be a little low in my opinion, but that's just me. 20% scouting chance for 3 costs, not bad. And minus 25 stress for 2. He's got some really potent skills here. I will say that much. I like him. I like him a lot. I'm going to run him a little bit more. I'm not sure if I'm going to feel guilty of running him because he's so strong, or if I'm just going to enjoy it because I love explosions. But anyways, those are some of my rambling first impression thoughts. If you guys want, or if the dev wants, or anything like that, I'll cover him a little bit more after I get a couple more runs done with him. Like, a few more in my party, just see how he feels. Like, if he has trinkets and this and that. But, holy cow, I was just coming into this mod, it's like, let me see how he feels. I gotta see. And I fell in love with him, like, right away. Just, he's grinning, he's just going through the dungeons, vibing with a smile, and then I discovered boom. It was love at first sight, I tell ya. Love at first sight. I love him. I love him very much. Anyways. So yeah, that's all for now. Take care. See you next time. Bye. Also, boom is just really fun.